The mountain path has been quiet for a while. The air moves gently across the ridge. The trail continues beyond what can be seen from here. And somehow, that feeling comes with you. The feeling of keeping a hand on everything. Not literally, just internally. The way attention keeps circling back. The way part of the mind remains occupied by things that are not happening yet. A decision that hasn't been made. A conversation that hasn't happened. A future that hasn't arrived. And yet some part of you has already spent time there. Already considered it, already rehearsed it, already tried to make sure it goes well. Because at some point, holding tightly stopped feeling like effort. It started feeling normal. You adapt to it. The way people adapt to carrying something every day. Eventually, you stop noticing the weight. Until there is a rare moment when the weight shifts, and suddenly you realize it was there all along. The path continues along the mountainside. Step, pause, continue. Step, pause, continue. The rhythm feels simple. Almost too simple. Because simplicity can feel unfamiliar when so much energy has been spent trying to anticipate what comes next. There is a certain kind of vigilance that doesn't look like fear. It looks responsible. It looks thoughtful. It looks prepared. From the outside, it can even appear wise. But internally, it can feel like never fully setting anything down. A future possibility appears. Immediately, attention moves toward it. Not because anything is wrong, because attention has learned to travel ahead. To check the road before arriving. To look for problems before they become problems. And after enough years, that habit becomes automatic. The nervous system starts treating uncertainty as something that requires constant observation. Not panic. Just monitoring. Quiet monitoring. The kind that follows you into otherwise peaceful moments. The mountain remains where it is. Unaffected by how many possibilities are being considered. The path remains where it is. Unaffected by how many outcomes are being calculated. And there is something strangely comforting about that. Not because it solves anything, because it doesn't ask anything. Step, pause, continue. The rhythm returns. A little differently this time. Not as movement. More as permission for things to unfold at the pace they unfold. A hawk circles briefly in the distance. Then disappears beyond the ridge. Attention follows it for a moment. And when attention returns, the old tension feels slightly less convincing. Not gone. Just quieter. The breath moves easier. Without needing to be managed. The jaw eases a little. The shoulders seem less interested in carrying tomorrow. More weight is being held now. The ground beneath the path feels steady. Nothing has changed about the future. The unanswered questions remain unanswered. The unknown remains unknown. Yet something feels different anyway. Maybe because there is a difference between preparing for life and trying to hold life in place. Maybe because some things only become visible when the grip loosens slightly. Not dramatically. Just enough. Enough to notice how much energy has been spent keeping possibilities under supervision. Hope can become one of those possibilities. Not because hope is fragile, because hope feels important. Important things often receive extra protection. Extra caution. Extra scrutiny. And after a while, even good possibilities can start feeling like responsibilities. Dream carefully. Want carefully. Expect carefully. Keep one eye on disappointment. Keep another eye on reality. The pattern becomes familiar enough that it starts feeling permanent. But standing here, with the path still unfolding beyond the next bend, there is a quiet reminder of something. Life has never revealed itself all at once. It never did. The next chapter always arrived one piece at a time. The next relationship. The next opportunity. The next season. None of them arrived fully formed. They unfolded while being lived. The path narrows briefly around a rocky turn. Then opens again. And somehow that small moment lands differently. Because maybe what has felt difficult lately is not uncertainty itself. Maybe it is the feeling that uncertainty needs constant management. The mountain doesn't resolve the question. It simply keeps offering perspective. There is more landscape than can be seen from one place. More road than can be walked in one glance. More life than can be controlled by one worried thought. The body no longer reaches quite so far ahead. Attention begins spending more time where it actually is. The chest feels less crowded. The breath finds its own rhythm. And in that little bit of extra space, possibility feels different. Not larger. Not brighter. Just safer. Safer to consider. Safer to carry. Safer to leave unfinished for a while. Because life does not stop moving when answers are missing. It never has. The trail keeps winding forward. The horizon keeps extending beyond itself. And becoming keeps happening in places that cannot yet be predicted. Step, pause, continue. The rhythm returns one last time. Simple. Uncomplicated. True enough to trust. There may still be things you care deeply about. Things you hope for. Things you want to work out. Nothing about that needs to disappear. Only the exhausting belief that everything depends on how tightly it is held. The path continues beyond this moment. The future remains unfinished. Life remains in motion. And somewhere beyond what can currently be seen, something is still taking shape. Something is still opening. Something is still becoming. The mountain stands where it stands. The trail keeps going. And for now, that is enough.